Hey everybody, it's DigitalGraffix, and I'm just going to go over a brief tutorial on how to make backgrounds for your desktop in Photoshop. So just go to File, New, and you probably know what your desktop background, like your screen size is. And if you do not, just go here to your wallpaper thing, right click, Properties, and should be in here we go, Settings, and mine is 1280 by 720 pixels, which coincidentally is the same size as YouTube HD, except that's more like inches or something. But anyway, that's how you find it, and then just type that into Photoshop. And then you can save it as a preset, so you always have that. And here's mine. I saved it as screen size. Just hit save preset and type in blah blah blah, whatever you want. So okay, get a nice white canvas, and you might want to start off with some sort of a background. You can just use the paint bucket and just make it black, or you can use a gradient, which is what I like to do. You can just do something light like that. Or you can do something similar to what I did for my background and use something similar to this, like I did. Just gotta pull the gradient out. There we go. And now it's like a nice flat, even thing. This is one style of backgrounds. Some people do this completely differently, and I'll show that probably in another video if there's not enough time. If there's enough time left over, I'll show you in this video. Okay, so make a nice big font size and type in your YouTube name or whatever you feel like putting in there. It doesn't really matter. So digital, oops, I spelled it wrong. Okay. There we go. Now, it's highly, 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 highly important that you have good fonts and good brushes. And you can't really make too good of one without that. I mean, you can, but it just really adds to the effect. Okay, so just pick a good font. And if you want good fonts, go to dafont.com. I'll put the link in the description for good fonts. They have it's virus-free, and they have a really good selection. Now, a lot of people use this website, so it's not like it's uncommon. Okay, and just something really basic I'm going to do real quick with this, that was just kind of what I did, except I took like way too long to do this when I did mine. Make a copy of this layer, duplicate, and then hit Control-T to bring this box around, and pull it like this. It's like a little bit around the same size. Make sure you pull it up so it's just about even with your original font. And so double click it to get off of that, and then go to opacity and drag it down to really whatever you think looks good. See, and it kind of gives it like a reflection effect, like this is the ground and this is your stuff. And then you make a new layer. Pick a fun brush, kind of add an effect. You can do that. Twist it. That. See? That's kind of what I did on mine. See? I just kind of did that. It's basic, but it looks nice, and it's something nice to look at when you turn your computer on. It just kind of makes you happy. So enough about my happiness, and we're going to move on to a different style of wallpapers. Just open up a new one again. You can pick a gradient again, and just pick something a little different. You can pick one you've already done, or you can just double click and make your own. Just change it to whatever you like. Whatever floats your boat. Stuff like this kind of just more like experimenting. You don't really, unless you have like a set idea on what you're gonna do, it's all kind of experimenting. What should I do? I'll just do this because I feel like it. There we go. There we go. I can put that there, and put some nice. Well, if you have a title on your YouTube page that has more than one word, like mine's DigitalGraffix, it's 2 separate words. You can just put your little initials, like hang on, move it on the blue. DG, like that, and turn it blue. So you can put it on black over here. Make it a little bigger. And something I like to do to kind of spice up, you should say, the fonts and whatnot, is to add styles from your style palette. And you can download those from a bunch of places. If I find a good place where I can have stuff for you guys to download, I'll put the link in the description for that. But for now, I don't really have much of an idea on where to put this stuff. But I'll give you information later when I figure something out. So you can pick one of these, and it makes kind of cool effects on them, and it really looks nice to me. Like, there's a bunch of things you can do here. I mean, there's like textures and stuff all over these things. It's really cool. Or if you don't have any of those and you just don't feel like downloading any and just kind of want to do this right now, just double click on the layer and this window should pop up, and that's what gives you all the information about that stuff. So you can make an outer glow or an inner glow. Outer glow, well, that kind of is self-explanatory. Makes it glow around the outside. You can make it bigger, blah blah blah, all kinds of fun stuff. Inner shadow. Stroke is just a fancy way of saying outline, which I think I will do. I'll make it blue. Okay, so there we go. And also custom shapes are pretty important too. I'll give you once again a place to download that as soon as I find a good place. And we're just gonna plop in something kind of cool. Go with this. This is good. Here. Now the shapes is definitely where styles come in. They're a really big part of like custom shapes, because it really adds a really great effect to them. They kind of like that, except that's not a good example, but we'll find something good. Something good around here to use. That's pretty good. And you can always just go in and edit them if you have them in your palette already. You can just go and edit them and do all kinds of fun stuff. Like, the satin is like a way of changing the color without losing any of your other effects you have so far. Like, kind of just make a lighter color. Yeah, I don't really know how to explain it, but you know what I mean, I'm sure. Hopefully. So, there we go. Change this, that. And this is just kind of like screwing around, you know. When you're making a background, you just kind of experiment with yourself. It's not something you can really go in and do really fast. It's kind of a thing you gotta kind of wing. Gotta wing it a little bit. So, alright. We're gonna make an outer glow just real quick. It's a nice light bluish color. Okay. We're gonna just move this down here somewhere that looks nice. And maybe we'll make it a little longer. A little shorter. There we go. And then you can type in your link. Well, it's not really a link, but like your URL. So just type in www.youtube.com. Yeah, that's right. .com/user/DigitalGraffix. There we go. That's really lucky that fit perfectly.